Okay, so we're out here in the big snowstorm of 26 and what is it, the 24th or 5th of January? So what's it like to own a Tesla in the winter? I don't know how many of my viewers have Teslas or are thinking about getting Teslas, but for anybody who's thinking about getting a Tesla and lives in a cold climate, so far it really hasn't been much of an issue. Actually, the Tesla door handles, how they're very flush, is probably the worst problem. If there's like an ice storm, those do tend to get frozen. And then, let's see, how do you get them open? You have to, if you can find one door that will open, then you can get inside. You can pop the rest of them. That's pretty much it. But I saw a blue snowflake next to the battery last night. That was the first time I've seen that. We've been having pretty cold weather, like down to the single digits, 3-4 degrees Fahrenheit, and so that just means, I guess, that you can't use full power, which is really too bad because I wanted to do some 0 to 60 times right now, but looks like I won't be able to. So I don't know, we're using full self-driving right now. It's in the snow. I guess I heard that they were testing the robotaxi north of Boston, which is pretty cool. I wish I could see that. It must be out of the Peabody Tesla dealership, maybe. Woo! They were one of the first ones to get the Cybertruck. And yeah, we did get a little bit of slide back there on that snow. It was probably like 6 inches deep of just, pushed around snow. And I would say the car maybe was doing, it was a little too optimistic going through that stuff. And I've had, I know somebody who actually spun their car around right there. So that's sort of that's a sharp corner. There's nothing really it's just a 90-degree corner. Well, anyways, so here we go. I'm in chill mode. I don't really think there's much need. I should probably even go down to sloth mode. We'll do sloth mode. But if there's people on who watch my videos who are not Tesla owners and want to ask questions, you can go ahead and do that in the comments if you're interested. It's weird, it's because I never do that on any YouTube. I never I never subscribe, I never share, I never put a comment on any, well, on my own channel I do, but not on anything else. So it's sort of weird for me to say, oh, go ahead and comment on my video. But anyways, here we are. So the really nice thing about having a Tesla is that every morning and every evening when you go out, to go home from work or to go to work, your car is, the interior temperature is at the perfect, temperature. You can change the schedule. I think you can add, and we actually do have a lunchtime schedule as well, where we warm it up at lunch or set the temperature for lunch. So it's really fantastic. I mean, we used to have gas cars that had, well, we still have gas cars with remote start, and that's pretty good, but you have to remember to use it. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm using more energy when I'm doing it with a gas car than this electric car, but probably it's about the same. I don't know. It just feels like I don't know, it doesn't seem to be any emotional penalty for doing that for me anyhow. I just like it. We're probably going to be the only ones in the office today. I just wanted to get out here and Snowmaggedon, and make another video. So, doing pretty well. I don't think there's, well, we have, near the office, there's a little bit of a hill, privately plowed, so they may or may not have done it, but we'll check it out. I bet they did do it. You can see there's really not any other cars out here. Some would ask, well, why do you go to work on a day like today? You know, well, our house is too small. It's just more comfortable for us to go to work. Yeah, I'm really interested in how like robotaxi is going to perform in the winters. You know, are they going to politely ask the customer to get out of the car and clean off the cameras? That would be a riot. But I heard that in Austin they have additional hardware now that spray the cameras, and they're just in Austin where like the weather is nice all the time, I think. So unfortunately, I think us with hardware for cars are not ever gonna really see.
Are you going up the hill?
Robotaxi. Like, yeah, I don't think I want to do this. That looks a little treacherous. So we'll go straight. There's two ways to get in the office, and we'll take the easier way, even though the car always wants to take the hard way. Okay. Oh, and we have a little bit of a snow berm here to get over. The car did it perfectly. Yeah, we have four-wheel drive in this car, and that was really nice this morning, you know, because the snow drifts under the car, so you have to drive over a couple inches of snow, and it can be a little bit of a headache, the two-wheel drive car. Not too bad, but oh, there's some other people here. Who are the diehards? All right, I'm gonna go over here, and I don't think it wasn't gonna choose this spot, but I'm gonna take it. Well, that's the video. Thanks a lot.